Hello, race fans, and welcome to the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series presented by Get Dirty MX, Track Racer, and Sim Instruments. My name's JD Smith from V8's Online. With me tonight will be Kane Kraft as we jump back in the booth for a very special round here of the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series from our road course on the schedule, the legendary Watkins Glen. Kane, we've been waiting ever since the release of the Pro Series schedule for this particular event because it adds some added excitement. We know that these guys are the king of the crop when it comes to out there on the ovals. But when we get these stock cars out on the famed road circuit here at Watkins Glen International, it is extra fun just to see kind of how these guys handle turning left and right together. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to the event. How's things going with your end, buddy?
I can't wait. It's going to be such a fantastic race. I love the road race. I've been waiting all season long so far for this race here at Watkins Glen. It's going to be exciting. I do want to go through how the points are sitting now. We're halfway through the points, so let's talk about that top 25 in points real quick. We ain't got a whole lot of time here. We're getting ready to go live and into the server, but pretty important here. Tyler Hudson is leading the points. He is 8 points ahead of second place Tyler Hill. Kevin King's in third. Trey Eadson's in fourth. Corey Vincent fifth. Ryan Lowe's in sixth. Brian Schoenberg's seventh in points. Justin Trombley is eighth. Andrew Fast at third is ninth. Alan Bowes is in 10th. Brad Davies is in 11th. Alex Scribner is in 12th. David Rattler's in 13th. Casey Tucker 14th. Taylor Hurst 15th. Timu Evening is in 16th. Landon Harrison 17th. Nathan Wise is in 18th. Sasha Wessler's in 19th. Charlie Foster's in 20th. Patrick Crabtree's 21st. Brandon Chaburko's in 22nd. Mitchell Hunt in 23rd. And Jordy Lopez Jr. is in 24th with Matt Spangler in 25th. And that is how the top 25 in the Pro Series results. Make sure I got that set properly. I'd hate to have just said all the wrong things.
I know.
That is right, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it sounds great, brother. Remember, those top 20 positions, very important, as those top 20 guys are eligible to participate in the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series. And that is where every man wants to go for the chance at the $10,000, man. It's just unbelievable to think for some of the guys that we watched on the NASCAR Road to Pro in the NASCAR iRacing Series just shortly ago, earlier in 2014, Kane. And here are some of those guys participating here in the NASCAR Pro Series for the first time. And what a job they have done. And here they are sitting in the top 20 and have a chance for that NASCAR iRacing the Peak Antifreeze Series. That's huge.
Yeah, and some of them that I thought it was their first time in the Pro Series actually had been in the Pro Series before. They just didn't get through into the Peak Series, but a lot of them actually did run the Pro Series last year, and since I didn't follow the Pro Series last year, I just wasn't aware of it.
and I'm in the same boat as you, as we're kind of doing this together for the first time, which makes it extra exciting as I get the server loaded up. But you know, it's still, I wish these guys the best of luck. And to even some of the drivers that maybe had fallen out of the Peak Antifreeze Series and are looking for a chance at a doorway back into it, maybe they didn't prove themselves worthy. You know, everybody needs and deserves a second shot. And so a lot of guys trying to fight to get back up into the Peak Series, and that's what it's all about. It's really fun. But all in all, while it's here, we got to just enjoy this series. It has really been a pleasure. I have enjoyed every single race that we have covered thus far, and really excited about tonight. Now, Kane, with us heading down to Watkins Glen, a track that you and me cover a lot. We really see it a lot when we cover our V8 series. But we even covered a lot, you know, in our NASCAR series too. This is a track. It's one of our favorites. We always see close competition every time we come here. Before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my pick for the race tonight. Something we normally do, we haven't done lately, and I want to go ahead and give you my pick tonight. I am really feeling strong about Timu Ivinen right here tonight. This
Oh,
is a
that's
track
so
that I think he
rude.
is just going to show his true colors, that he's had a great season so far. Watch Timu Ivinen tonight.
Yeah, you're right. That's all I can say. Yep. Keep an eye on Timu. Timu's got lots of road racing experience. He's. I'm looking for him to do a good job tonight. I know that he did have an accident but I really expect him to have a good race here tonight. Just taking a look to make sure that he did make it into the race. I'm not seeing his name as of yet.
Oh boy, hopefully he got in there, or I'm going to have to make another pick real soon. Tell you what, while we're finding that out, Kane, tell me a little bit about some of the guys maybe you think are going to get up there for a good chance tonight. Some of the viewers out there have a good chance. So who's somebody they can kind of keep an eye on over the course of the race tonight?
I would say keep an eye on Corey Vincent. He's been having a fantastic season. Tyler Hudson has shown well all season long. Justin Trombley, Alan Bowes, Kevin King. Um, yeah, those are going to be the guys to keep an eye on. Robin
Yeah,
Williams has made the race this week. Yeah, congratulations to him. Fantastic effort.
and Kane, just wanted to let you know what I'm showing for tonight's event. I am showing that our pole sitter tonight will be the 99 car of Timu Ivinen. Just popped up there for me, so fantastic news there for Timu that he did make it in. And when I was listening to the point standings, he's on the lower half of that 20, top 20. So if he can come out with a win tonight, this could be a huge race for him and really boost him up in the point standings.
Yeah, you're right. Timu Ibn is sitting in that number one spot on the starting grid. Benjamin Burmeister's made it into the second spot. Alan Bowes in third. Corey Vincent fourth. Nathan Wise in fifth. Taylor Hurst in sixth. Casey Tucker in seventh. Charlie Foster in eighth. Kevin King in ninth. David Rattler in 10th.
Yeah, it's a really stout top 10. Kevin King been really good lately in that 29 machine. Looking outside of your top 10 tonight, guys, starting in 11th will be Richard Doucette, Brad Davies in 12th, Thomas Davis 13th, 14th is going to belong to Tyler Laughlin, and Tyler Hill, who is second in points, will be starting 15th tonight. Patrick Crabtree 16th, 17th will be Brian Schoenberg in the 55. Ryan Lowe in 18th spot, and look at Tyler Hudson down there in 19th. Rounding out the top 20 is Brandon Hawk. Looking just outside of the top 20 and 21st, it's going to be Rob Ackley. Trey Eaton will start 22nd. 23rd will be Stephen Gilbert, with Landon Harrison starting 24th. Brandon Bowie is 25th, Kane. I tell you what, I'm real excited about this race getting underway. A lot of good guys up here in this top 25, but really, if we look at the field as a whole, some big names kind of near the back of the field that I think we're going to have to kind of watch, see if they make their way forward. Josh Berry starting all the way back in 42nd spot on the grid. Watch the 88 machine. Also back there, Robin Williams in the 14 car. Let's see what he can do tonight on the road course. He's starting 39th. Be fun to see some of these guys in the back of the field, see if they can work their way up. Also, keep your eye on the 17 machine, Justin Trombley, who's back in 29th.
Also want to keep an eye on Steve Esney. Steve Esney had a great race last week. It ended in disaster, but he really showed some heart last week. He really worked so hard to try to get a good finish last week and almost had it. But disaster struck with 3 laps to go. Couldn't finish him back in the back of the field. He's really going to be trying hard this week for a good finish.
Oh, I know, and it was just devastating to watch that after he had such a good chance at that. He really, it just felt like drivers, get certain good days when everything's going right, and that's the way it seemed for the 95 last week. And then it just seemed like everything turned for the worst all at once with the incident, and it was just so unfortunate. But he can redeem himself today, starting 31st on the grid, and the V8's Online Chevy will be looking to move forward, so it'll be fun to watch. I am telling you, Kane, I'm really excited about this NX99 Chevy SS, the Teemu Ivinen. How you like that? The road racing name, you know him. And he has done such a wonderful job thus far in the Pro Series. I'm really excited to see if he can pull through tonight and win from the pole here at the Glen. It's a tough thing to do, especially when you got the pole. Everybody knows you're a road racer. You have that road background. Will you be able to represent, or will he get upset here? I guess it wouldn't be an upset, but you got some good names right behind him. Look at this, Benjamin Burmeister in the 66. Excited to see what he can do, starting on the outside of row one. And the 66, definitely a great qualifying time for him. And with 111.13, Alan Bowes up there, Corey Vincent, who's been unbelievable thus far in the season. And then, of course, no stranger, Nathan Wise, Taylor Hurst up there as well, and Casey Tucker. Really proud of the 28 Infinite Ford Fusion. Casey Tucker looks really good. Had a good qualifying. I'm watching him right now in warm-ups and pre-race warm-ups. He's looking really good as well. So I'll be watching Casey throughout the race as well. And we're getting ready to get things settled up here very shortly, buddy. Should be getting near the end of warm-ups here.
Yeah, just 10 seconds to go till we grid up, so won't be long now. I'm actually starting to get nervous. I'm really excited for Teemu. He's got the pole on a track where he's really a favorite here tonight coming into this, so I'm really excited for the race that we're going to see here. Of course, Brian Schoenberg, Casey Tucker, there's lots of guys in here that really have a great chance.
Oh, they have an unbelievable chance, and it's just a big race. It reminds me of the real NASCAR race when the guys went to Watkins Glen, and we saw A.J. Allmendinger really take advantage of Watkins Glen. He got his first ever Sprint Cup victory at Watkins Glen. It makes me just kind of giddy tonight thinking that, maybe somebody else could get their first ever NASCAR Pro win right here at Watkins Glen with a little bit of help from some road knowledge, and that could happen tonight. Watch also the 42 car of Charlie Foster. He's starting 8th tonight in the Mad Wire Marketing Chevy. That's going to be fun to watch. We're getting ready to get started right now. We're going to get ready to head on that famous pace lap to get these tires a little bit warmed up, as the guys will follow the iRacing.com pace car out. And I'm stoked. Let's go racing, man. This is what it's all about. Let's get side by side and do some stock car racing here at Watkins Glen up in New York. And looking at race control, they're just letting the guys know to get through turn 1 and S's and then go racing. They do not want to see a big accident right off of right from the gun. And the next thing you know, we got a lot of cars, good cars, that are going to be stacked up and out of the race. So I like that race control. We're trying to get everybody to settle down, at least get through a good start here, and then go racing. So like that right now, following the iRacing.com pace car. Right now they're heading up through the S's section. Right now, once you see them hit this back stretch, that is where you should see the guys just flat out run and then go racing once we're under the green flag. Now, this is the longest straightaway that the guys are on right now, and this is where I think we'll see a lot of passes happening right here on this straightaway. And then, of course, the famous bus stop here, the bus stop chicane that you see the pace car coming into right now. Very tricky part of the track, probably the most tricky part of the track in these stock cars. Then they come into the carousel turn. If you guys aren't real familiar with the Glen, which I'm sure most of the viewers are familiar with Watkins Glen, but the wonderful carousel here, you'll see the guys averaging a speed of about 95 miles per hour through the carousel, and then they'll gun it down the straight here and through the chute. And this is another good passing opportunity is coming out of the carousel. We've seen side-by-side racing here numerous times before, Kane. And then there's two big turns left, and that's all we're going. So, guys, we're getting ready to go green racing here in just a few turns. And the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car will head down pit road. And we'll watch the 99 of Stephen Esney take us green here at Watkins Glen for Week 5 action of the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series. Kane, let's do it, buddy.
Who's the 99 car?
Stephen Esney.
Negative.
Excuse me, Timu Ivinen.
There they go, side by side all the way through turn 1, just like race control asked for. Fantastic move. Timu moves to the outside there. Looking great so far through turn 1.
Oh man, I had to laugh, I started coughing and had a good time. The race going, all the excitement. Here we are, guys, up through the S's, and it's a big lead for the 99 of Timu Ivinen, not Stephen Esney, pardon me. And Benjamin Burmeister has a close opponent right behind him. It's the 21 Fast Track Sims Ford Fusion of Alan Bowes in third, and he's really already on a sharp track trying to get up in second place early in the race. Now through the carousel, let's see if he can make up some ground behind this pairing. In fourth, it is Corey Vincent with Nathan Wise looking in the 24 car behind him. Taylor Hurst back in the 6th position. In 7th, it's Casey Tucker, and then Charlie Foster in 8th. Got a lot of stuff going on through the field, guys. Just keep your eyes peeled. We do have some side-by-side racing starting to happen through the field. And right now, Trey Eaton in the number 6 machine was side-by-side with Tyler Hudson. And Tyler Hudson, a car to watch in the 01 Ford Fusion. And believe it or not, Tyler can run on these road courses. I've seen it before, and I think we're going to see it today. He's already made up a few moves early in the race, started 19th, and has worked his way up a little bit. We'll see if he can move up some spots quickly in the race and watch the 01. He is leading in the point standings. Let's see how he does at the Glen today.
Up front, Timu Ivinen has kind of ran away. He's got about 6 car lengths back to Benjamin Burmeister. It's actually about 1.2 seconds. And Benjamin, he's got lots of pressure with Alan Bowes right on his bumper. Corey Vincent's not far off either. He's coming up on Alan pretty quickly, just about 4 car lengths there. So we should see a battle.
Good battle going on with the 29 of Kevin King and the 11 of Brad Davies. Brad Davies just got shut down on a passing opportunity as the 29 able to hang on into that top 10 spot. So right now, Brad Davies trying to move into the top 10. A great battle right here between the 11 and the 29.
Richie Doucette just a couple spots back. We've seen Rich Doucette racing up front for most of the race last week. So look to see him moving toward the front.
Oh man, Richard Doucette, did he have a fast car or what last week? He was moving and grooving in the Rich's Chevy. That number 1 car at it again. He's got a good car right now. He's in 12th place at the moment. He has a lot of open road ahead of him because it's a little ways up between him and the 09 of David Rattler, but he does have some company behind him. Tyler Laughlin in the Monster Energy 51, really coming up in a hurry.
Yeah, and behind him, Thomas Davis, new Trifecta Motor Group driver. He's been working hard all week to get some speed on this track, so we'll be looking for him to do well today, too. He and Tyler Hudson working together.
Oh, Kane, the battle for second is going on strong right now. Alan Bowes going to try to work to the inside, and he's not going to be able to be successful for now. The Ford Fusion of Benjamin Burmeister able to hold on to second place as the guys cross to start lap 4. And it is 45 laps, I believe, today, Kane, if I remember correctly. So we got a good ways to go here in our race today. Oh, Ooh, almost getting a little loose was Alan Bowes there. It's going to cost him a little bit of space. He's about a car length behind the 66 of Benjamin Burmeister. There's a good battle starting to brew behind these guys, and it actually is between the 10 car of Corey Vincent and the 24 Nathan Wise. Nathan has caught Corey Vincent and is really on the tail of that NRC Chevy. And let's see if Nathan Wise can maybe possibly make a move as they get out of the carousel here. And if he can use this straightaway to get a little bit of draft down the straights and use this big left-hander to his advantage. Let's see what happens. See if he tries to get on the inside as they go into the final turn. That's exactly what he's going to do. Nathan Wise down on the inside, and a beautiful pass, and loose is the 10 car. And let's see what happens. And I believe that both cars are okay, but Nathan Wise will move up into 4th place, and a beautiful job from the 24 car. Caden, that is a textbook pass on the final turn there. That is exactly what you're looking for. He found
Nathan
the way.
Wise has proven this series that he has got speed, and he definitely deserves to be here in this Pro Series. He's done such a fantastic job this Pro Series.
He found a way to the inside. Oh, got a car into the wall, Kane. Right behind Kevin King, it's Brad Davies. He's okay. Rebounds nicely, but got into the outside retaining barrier there and just gave it a good kiss and was able to get the car back out on the track without getting any further damage. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but he was right up there trying to get around the 29 car, and that's going to cost him. Hey, the 29 car was right on the tail of Charlie Foster in the Madwire 42 machine. Just couldn't make things happen. We got all kind of action in the top 10, and it's hard to get my eyes out of the top 10 because there's just so much action going on.
Yeah, I do want to mention last week's race winner, Brad Davies. He even last week had a little incident where he got the car sideways, lost a few positions early on, but still managed to come back and win the race. So he's definitely not out of it. Little incident here early on, but the car don't look like it's got a whole lot of damage. Just some scrub marks down the side. He's staying with Kevin King there, so Brad Davies definitely not out of it here. Let's check back up with the race leader, Timu Evening. He is just put so much distance between he and second place Benjamin Burmeister. 2.1 seconds now, so that distance definitely increasing as this race goes on.
Man, that's fantastic news for our leader. And right now, watching the number 9 car as he tries to chase down Thomas Davis in the 83 machine. And a good battle going on right now. This is the battle for 14th as the 83 holds on to the spot momentarily. The number 9 U.S. Chrome Chevy of Tyler Hill, who's been having a great season, was doing so well in points, and here he is right now in the 15th spot. He'd like to get up and find himself into that top 10, which he's not far from. I'm going to check in and find out where Tyler Hudson is, and he is still in 19th place. Side-by-side racing going on up through the field, though, and he was trying to find an extra spot to go. Now he's going to try to go to the inside of Ryan Lowe, and we're going to go side-by-side up through the S's section now towards the back straight. And let's see what happens with these two. A lot of good racing going on, guys, as he does make it around Ryan Lowe, so he'll move up another 2 spots. He also made it around Trey Eatson as well. So a good run right there from Tyler Hudson as he tries to make his way up to Brian Schoenberg. And now
Sasha
Brian
Wessler a few spots back, also putting a move down on Brandon Bowie. He gets the spot, and that puts him back behind Alex Scribner. So Sasha Wessler looking to come up through the field.
Man, that's awesome stuff. Fantastic. Good battle with Brian Schoenberg now going to the inside, trying to make a move on Brandon Hawk. They're going to get real close. The 53 holding it on the outside. He's going to have to get into the grass. Gets 2 tires over, and he's going to fall to Brian Schoenberg. So a good move from Brian Schoenberg. He'll advance another spot.
There was some contact there, and there is some damage to Brandon Hawk's car, so pretty significant contact.
Here comes Tyler Hudson, now going to look to the inside, possibly a Brandon Hawk. Not going to get enough moves, so he's going to have to hang in behind Brandon there. But you just mentioned, Kane, the damage done to Brandon Hawk's car. I wonder if that's going to hinder him from moving up. He's got a fast car behind him in the 0-1 of Tyler Hudson.
Yeah, Tyler doing well here at the road course. Wasn't real sure coming into this how well Tyler would do. He's definitely moving up through the field, so fantastic.
Here they are going through the bus stop right now, and Brandon Hawk has regained somewhat of a rhythm. And oh, he goes in too strong out of the bus stop into the carousel. A little too much, a little too heavy going in. He was able to save it there. Thought he was going to give the car loose, and Tyler Hudson almost able to take advantage there. But a good job of Brandon Hawk to save that one from getting out of his arm or getting out of control. Brian Schoenberg now getting in here as he leads this pack. Tyler Hudson right on the bumper of the 53. He's going to go to the inside, Kane. This has been a big passing zone earlier. We already seen a couple passes here on the final turn. And let's see what happens as they race towards the start-finish line. It is going to be remain the same. I thought that Tyler Hudson was going to be able to make his way around. Unfortunately for Tyler, not going to make it happen.
Yeah, he really looked like he was going to get him that turn, but it just didn't quite work out. Alright, going back up to the front now, check on Timu again as he's having such a fantastic race here. And we are now on lap 9 of 45. Timu is up to a 3.2 second lead above Benjamin Burmeister. To show you exactly how far that is, we're going to go on board with Benjamin Burmeister and see if we can see Timu up there. And we can, he's up there nearly the full straight front stretch. So, pretty far away. He's definitely flying just like we thought he would here. Benjamin Burmeister, he's not as secure. He's got Alan Bowes all over the bumper. Let's go on board with Alan Bowes just to show you exactly how close and how ferocious that battle is there. I guess as soon as I do that, they kind of get a little bit of separation in them, but here he comes. Right on the bumper of Benjamin Burmeister. Alan Bowes really putting that pressure on. Back behind Alan Bowes, we got Nathan Wise coming up, and he doing a fantastic job. I really think these guys are content to just be running 1, 2, 3 like that. No, it's actually 2, 3, 4. But I think they're just content to get some laps down and stay safe.
Do today. Don't want to get into anything that could end your day this early in the race.
Yeah,
hey,
very true.
Look at Casey Tucker. He's made his way up to 6th place. He's moved up 2 slots in 11 short laps, and right now looking really good. He's got no threats around him, and the 28 car is got some good lap times going right now.
Yeah, Casey Tucker having a heck of a race. We've seen him up there in the top 20 in points, so he's looking really good to transfer into the Peak Antifreeze Series. Having a great Pro Series here, so great job to Casey Tucker.
Richard Doucette still going at it with Tyler Laughlin behind him. Now the 51 car, the Monster Energy Camry, looking to get around Rich Doucette. And he's got an opportunity coming right here. Let's see what happens as he maybe decide to go around him. He's going to peek, but decide not to make the move. Didn't have the momentum that he needed to get out there on the inside. And I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast, Mr. John Ryan. John, welcome. How you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty good. How you guys doing up there?
Man, fantastic. We got a great race going so far. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on your end.
Right now, we're just trying to fight the entry. Can't get it checked up hard enough and get into the corner as hard as these guys. Got a couple adjustments I'm going to make here to fix that.
Awesome. So, you're the crew chief for the number 14 car of Robin Williams tonight, and talking about some of the strategy that comes into these road races, and it's such a these guys really used to running on these road courses, setting up the road car a little different than what you're used to. Has it been a hectic week for you guys, or has it seemed like everything's been going pretty smoothly?
It's a little bit of a struggle because now you're trying to find a balance to get more rear grip for the exit instead of using the rear to turn. So it's something we had to go and change our strategy off of. It's been a little frustrating at times, but we've gotten it close. We just got to get, as I said, our entry a little bit better.
Now, what is the pit strategy for a race like this, or how long can you guys go before you need to pit?
Um, Unfortunately, the race is just short enough. It is a one-stop race. You can push it to about 30 laps if you save a little bit. With it being a 45-lap race, I'm expecting a lot of people just to split it down the middle and pit on lap 22, 23, and let that be it, and let the driver go back to work.
Fantastic, John. That's exactly what we were wanting to know, is what kind of fuel window we had today. And but I tell you what, with one now, let's talk. We talked about the fuel aspect. What about the tire wear? Doesn't really have much of a fall off as you might expect if we're only going to be looking for one stop.
There is quite a bit of fall off, but just the time you lose on pit road, make it a two-stop strategy is just, it's not worth it. It's too short of a race, unfortunately.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. But it's actually, I'm really amazed at how well the action has been so far. Now, we'll keep an eye on Robin to see how well he performs. I know you got your hands full. We've enjoyed talking with you so far. How about we pull you back in a little bit later and see if anything has changed from where we are now?
Sounds good. Y'all have fun.
Absolutely. And that is Robin Williams, spotter / crew chief, everybody. We want to thank Mr. John very much. That is John Ryan, everybody. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
And we do appreciate him hanging out with us, and we'll be bringing him back in real soon. A little bit later in the race, Kane, just kind of get an update. I know he's got his work cut out.
Yeah, the car's not handling too good. That Robin's had a tough start to the race. They're hoping they can get in there and get the car adjusted in a pit stop. They'll probably come in a little earlier than most. He says you can go up to 30 laps. So we'll see that they'll probably try to come in just as early as they can and still have some decent tires for the finish, so that they can try to get those adjustments made so that they can have a better handling car for a longer period of time.
I want to point something out, Kane, if you could. Put the camera over there on the 88 of Josh Berry. And Josh Berry started the race today in the 42nd spot on the grid. He's up to 34th right now, and he's making his way on the 91 machine of Shane Doherty. So Josh Berry, who had a very rough start, a rough qualifying session, just making it into the race, and already moving up through the field quite nicely. He's made up several spots, and actually is looking to get 33rd from Shane Doherty. So good job from Josh Berry.
We've seen this a couple times from Josh, where he's started clear at the back and just works his way through the field and gets a great finish. So he's definitely one for us to keep an eye on today, as he is climbing through the field, which is a lot harder to do here on a road race.
You know that there's a lot of some of NASCAR's greatest drivers course, I'm drawing a blank. Everybody I keep thinking of as an example was an excellent qualifier, but there are a lot of great drivers through NASCAR history that just never could get qualifying down. But once they got in the race, man, they were, I mean, just qualifying and putting hot laps down is one thing. It's another to get in there and race and move to the front. And that's exactly what Josh Berry does. You're 100% correct, Kane. It's just something about him. He gets in these races, and whether he has a good starting spot or not, he has moved his way up through the field very nicely. It's good racecraft.
Yeah, taking a look at these second through fourth and fifth place. Yeah, this is such a great battle up here. Benjamin Burmeister still in second, but still less than half a second back. The 24 of Nathan Wise. Alan Bowes still right there, right behind him. These guys have given each other about a car length or so of room. And like I said earlier, I really think these guys are just trying to get some laps ticked down and try and do it as safely as possible. And they know that the best way to do that is just to stay behind the guy, not to try to make any hero type moves, and just try to get through some laps. And as we wind the race down, that's when we're going to see these guys really try to make some interesting passes. But Corey Vincent has caught the number 21 of Alan Bowes, and now Corey is one that once he gets up here, I look to see Corey start to try to make some moves through this front portion of the crowd here.
Guys starting to come up on a little bit of lap traffic. The 20 car of Greg McKinney. Now Greg has found decent pace, but he is getting caught by the 66 car right now of Benjamin Burmeister. And the second place car holding it down. Benjamin's done a wonderful job. He started second today, Kane, and holding it down very nicely. Nathan Wise, though, from the 24 car. This is a guy I'm really starting to really look at when we think of the long-term race results. And Nathan started fifth on the grid. He's already moved up 2 spots, and he's up here. He's really starting to look a little racy there with the 66. Ooh, coming out of the bus stop, he got really close there. Now he's going to go to the inside, maybe possibly think about a move here in the carousel. What's going to happen? Oh, the back end gets a little loose from the 24. And that may cause some trouble, because here comes the 21 of Alan Bowes, the Fast Track Sims car down to the inside. Now the left-hander, he's going to have the inside advantage, but the 21 gets loose. Now door handle to door handle toward the final turn, the insides for the 24, and the advantage is won. Beautiful job. Good racing between Alan Bowes and Nathan Wise. Here they go side by side again. Corey Vincent may help give the push to the 21 car, and they head down to turn 1. The big turn, the outside will be the advantage. The 24 car did it beautiful. Now the Fast Track Sims of Alan Bowes on the inside as they head up through the S's, and this could be a double loss spot. No, the 24 finds his slot in line. Good racing going on here for third place.
Yeah, fantastic racing there. As soon as one would get an advantage, the other one would slip up, and that advantage kind of passed between those 2 cars several times, and then finally Alan Bowes gets it. So fantastic driving.
Wow, Alan Bowes, that just took his third place spot back. He said, that is mine, and took it back. That was great back and forth racing. And I just saw him getting a little bit racy there with the 66 car of Benjamin Burmeister, and then the next thing you know, Nathan Wise and Alan Bowes go at it, and that allowed Mr. Benjamin Burmeister to kind of get some breathing room up there.
Let's take a look at the gains and losses, see how everybody's doing this race. In the top 1 through 20, the positions really haven't changed much. Trey Eaton's gained 3, Brandon Hawk's gained 3, Brandon Davis has gained a couple, Casey Tucker's gained a couple. But in the last half, that's where we see the big gains. Josh Berry's gained 16 positions to get himself into the 26th position. Matt Spangler's gained 10 positions to get to the 31st position. Blaine Vincent's gained 8 to get up to 32nd. Robin Williams has gained 6 to get up to 33rd. So, looks like some people have started some pit stops. Tyler Hudson's been in, Justin Trombley, Brandon Schmidt, Brandon Chaburko.
Yeah, and you knew after talking to John Ryan, we talked. He told us a little bit about how the pit strategy should play out for this race, and he said around lap 22, and that's exactly what we're starting to see. It's getting towards that time, and some of the guys starting to decide to head down pit road, and we'll keep you posted on those pit stops. Yeah, Corey Vincent, Benjamin Burmeister, Patrick Crabtree, Taylor Hurst.
Yeah, about half the cars have been in now. Benjamin Burmeister now in. Of course, I think he just called that out.
Oh, no worries, my friend. No worries. That is so much good action here at Watkins Glen. And pit road really starting to get pretty busy now. Thomas Davis, Richard Doucette, and the 74 machine in. Also, now Benjamin Burmeister in, Kevin King, Taylor Hurst, Corey Vincent, all in right now. It is really busy. Benjamin Burmeister going to win this pack off of pit road with the 21 of Alan Bose right behind him. And then Corey Vincent follows.
They're going to slot in right in front of Josh Berry. So, it's pretty exciting times here as the pit stops are commencing. They're getting close to done here, so get our running order back in order here once the last few cars come in.
Watch this 21 car, Alan Bose, as he exits the bus stop. He is really wanting to get racy with Benjamin Burmeister here in the 66. And I tell you what, the 21 car, he says, I got fresh tires, watch out. He is really looking good. Let's see if he tries a move here. This is a good spot. We've seen a lot of moves coming out of the next turn. Not this one, but the one after. Let's see if the 21 in the Fast Track Sims Ford Fusion decides to make a move on the LRH Ford Fusion. There he does, just as predicted. Down on the inside is the 21 car. He's going to make use of the fresh tires. They're still side by side. Door handle to door handle. Race down towards the start-finish line, in the 66 will remain in 7th place for the moment. Very nice job there from Benjamin Burmeister to hold his spot. But you got to give Alan Bose credit. He's getting very aggressive, but not a bad aggressive. It's a good racing aggressive. He is holding his own, and he's just giving Benjamin Burmeister a little bit of a run for his money there. He's keeping him honest.
Do you want to mention Nathan Wise? Nathan must not have come in for his pit stop yet, or there. He had one heck of a pit stop because he's 5 seconds ahead of those guys. He obviously did come in for his pit stop then, otherwise he'd be much further ahead. But great pit stop for Nathan Wise to be able to come out of the pits and have almost a 5-second gain on those guys.
Yeah, that is fantastic. He is really having a heck of a race and putting down, man, his last lap was a well of a lap, man. 112 flat, pretty much. It was a 112.002. That is extremely fast for Nathan Wise, for anybody, but a really good lap for Nathan Wise there, and just so impressive. All right, now Timu Ivinen heading down into turn 1. And he had just made his pit stop. Let's kind of check the distance between him and Nathan Wise. And if you look on board from Nathan Wise, you can see Timu Ivinen. And this is definitely a doable task for the 24 car of Nathan Wise. If he keeps putting laps down like he just did, his last lap wasn't quite as fast, but still a 112.16. He keeps putting laps down like that, Kane. He could catch our leader.
Yeah, he's got the leader in sight. That's definitely a good sign. That's better than what it's been for such a long time in this race. So Nathan Wise, he's got a chance here. We'll have to just keep an eye on him and see how he does. Timu's definitely got some serious pace here today.
Boy, these three are just something to watch. Alan Bose is in the middle of Benjamin Burmeister. Ahead of him and behind him, he has Corey Vincent, and it never stops. These three are still going at it. Here comes the 21 down on the inside again. I don't think he has quite as good of a run. He doesn't. So the 66 able to hold down that 5th spot for now, and more cars heading down pit road. And
I think that low line going through that final turn, it looks great on TV, but that's a tough line. It gets real slippery. The grip's not very good down there, and you're coming out of there. We see cars all the time get loose and go sideways, and lose it coming out of that turn. In the Sprint Cup Series, we've seen Tony Stewart do it and end up down backwards going down pit lane. So in real life, it's that way, and here in the sim, it is as well. You get too much speed and go too low going into that turn, and it can cause some disaster.
Now on the sim, it's not as quite uh, as effect or as hard as real life, but everything is backwards on pit road. This is the only pit road that we go to where everything is backwards on our pro series. Normally the cars come in and they're coming in where the pit box is on the left of them. Well, here it's on the right side. It's on the passenger side of the car. And it's just different. You're not used to entering a pit stall on that side. It is different. Now, like I said, it's not quite as big of a difference as it is, in real NASCAR. The pit crews have to do complete training just for Watkins Glen. But the pit crews are obviously simulated, so they don't have to worry about that. But even for the drivers, it can still be a tough task, Kane, just from habit. We're creatures of habit and used to having that pit stall on the driver's side, and it is a little different having it on the passenger side.
Tell you what, JD, taking a look at Ryan Lowe, Ryan's got some pretty significant damage to the front of that car. He finds himself back in 23rd, and he's definitely lost some pace. So I wish I knew what happened to Ryan there and what happened to the car. Maybe we'll see it after the race is over. Maybe we can go back and find out just what happened to Ryan Lowe.
Yeah, not good for the number 38 machine. Definitely beat up really bad. Brandon Hawk in the same boat. And right here, Rob Ackley is in the 20th position, the 22 car. Looking up, counting your top 20 up. In 19th, Trey Eidson holding it down. In 18th, it's the 55 Pro Geek Chevy of Brian Schoenberg. Tyler Hudson in the 01 machine has made his way to 17th. 16th is Patrick Crabtree in the DX Racer Fusion. We move up to 15th, where the 83 car of Thomas Davis is in a good battle with Richard Doucette in 14th. Up in 13th position, it's Tyler Laughlin and the Monster Energy Toyota Camry. He's been battling with 12th place car Tyler Hill, and those two are still going at it for quite some time. We move up in the 09 machine of David Rattler is in the 11th spot. Now your top end where it's Casey Tucker, 9th Kevin King, and right in front of him is the 74, and in 8th place Taylor Hurst. We look ahead to 7th place where Charlie Foster's been holding it down in the Madwire Marketing Chevy. And then we look to 6th place where Brad Davies in a good slot in 6th. Up here in 5th, of course, you know this battle. It's Corey Vincent with 4th place Alan Bowes and Benjamin Burmeister in 3rd. Of course, our top two drivers, it's Nathan Wise in the 24, and our leader still holding it down up in the 99 NX Chevrolet, Teemu Ivinen.
Yeah, Teemu's got 5 seconds now over 2nd place Nathan Wise. Nathan having a great race though. We knew coming into this one that Teemu would definitely have a good advantage as he's got a lot of road course time under his belt. But he really is showing these guys how much road course time he's got, because he is doing a fantastic job.
I'm really interested into how, I'm really interested into how he's holding that 5 second. I'm watching, and Nathan Wise, last lap of 112.27. We look ahead where Teemu Ivinen ran an identical lap of 112.27 as well. They are running identical paces right now. So somehow, some way, if Nathan Wise can find a way to find a little extra, just a little extra pace, there's enough laps, he could get up and catch up to this 99 car, and we still have anybody's race here at Watkins Glen today. I'm excited. This is a really good race. I'm really proud for Teemu, but also I'm kind of really hopeful for the 24 car, just to see if he could pull it off.
Couple of great battles on the track. The one we've been watching, Benjamin Burmeister, Alan Bowes, Corey Vincent. That 3-car battle is still going strong. And then just a little further back with Taylor Hurst, Kevin King, Casey Tucker. Those guys are having a heck of a battle as well. Then a little bit further back, we've got Richard Doucette having a battle with Davis and Patrick Crabtree. So these guys, after 28 laps, they're still sticking together bumper to bumper, and in many cases having a great race. A lot of times we'll see on these road races where the guys ain't used to racing on these road races, especially a track like Watkins Glen that's such a fast-paced track, that the cars will really get separated. We're not really seeing it here. These guys really are doing a fantastic job here today.
No, I was going to bring it up right now, and it's near the back of the field, but right now Brandon Chuberko in 30th has a great battle going on, because behind him it's Shane Miller in 31st, and right behind him it's Josh Berry in the 88. Now, he was battling with Justin Trombley, and Justin Trombley got a little bit racy and tried to make a move, and it ended up costing him about 5 car lengths. What? Excuse me there. But Katie had such a good battle going on, and it just, I guess he got a little loose and lost a ton of time. He really was starting to move up and make some good ground there. So good battles, you're right, all the way through this field, literally everywhere. Another really good battle with Stephen Esney and Brandon Schmidt. This is a fantastic battle right now. In fact, let's see if they decide to go side by side. No, they will not, but still a really good battle between Stephen Esney and Brandon Schmidt in the number 3 car. Ahead of them, another 2-car battle, as it's Brandon Bowie going with Brandon Hoff. So both Brandons here holding it down, trying to move up. And then, of course, Sasha Wessler up in the 31 car. He's got a good run with Stephen Gilbert. And then we go ahead where there's a 4-car battle, and that's with Ryan Lowe. Remember the damage issue with him. And ahead of him, it's the 89 machine of Landon Harrison in the Sonic Chevy. Brandon Hawk, and then, of course, Rob Ackley. So that catches us back up to where we started our top 20 count up. But I'll tell you what, this is just an unbelievably close race. I am very impressed.
Timu's lead showing 6.4 seconds now over Nathan Wise.
Look right here, Kane. Good battle going on with the 9 car and David Rattler, the 09 car and the 9. They're both going at it. Tyler Hill, remember, he's doing really good in the point standings right now, and right now really close with David Rattler. Let's see if he decides to do something as they go into the bus stop. We've seen tons of things happen through this, and now the carousel. As soon as they hit that, that's a big passing opportunity. The 09 of David Rattler, a car we don't really get to talk a lot about usually, doing a wonderful job holding down that 11th spot for now. Really good job.
Yeah, David Rattler 13th in points coming into this race, and of course Tyler Hill's in 2nd place in the point standings coming into this race. These guys are both doing a great job this season, holding down spots that can transfer them into the Peak Antifreeze Series and give them a chance at a $10,000 winning.
Man, that just is unbelievable right there, and I'm sure you can ask anybody that's ever held that title just what it means to win the Peak Antifreeze Series. Not, $10,000 is $10,000, but it's everything that goes along with it, Kane. It's just that you are the champion of an official sanctioned NASCAR series, and that in itself is just amazing. It's amazing. Well,
Michael Conti, of course, the current reigning Peak Antifreeze Series champion. I seen some pictures not too long ago of him receiving his ring and his big old check for $10,000. It was fantastic effort by Mike Conti last season. And of course, the season before that, Tyler Hudson was the champion, and of course, Tyler got to even go run in the Peak Antifreeze Challenge, where he got to do that with Michael Waltrip Racing and drive the real cars, and he surely didn't disappoint. Neither he nor the other iRacers that were with him. iRacers ended up finishing 2nd and 3rd out of that deal, so that was a fantastic effort, and it really showed a lot about the iRacing service and how that iRacing service can actually help those real drivers, as Tyler Hudson has had some real car experience, but not a whole lot.
You're 100% right, buddy. And oh man, Benjamin Burmeister's still going at it with the 21 of Alan Bowes. Kane, these two will not give up. They are staying with it, and Corey Vincent is glued to the bumper of the Fast Track Sims Fusion. And I wanted, before we let the race get too far out of our sights, I wanted to bring John Ryan back in for a word just to see how he's doing, get a little update with him. So let's welcome back John Ryan and check in with him. John, how's things going, buddy?
Things are still going okay. Getting a little frustrated with the set, but it's going all right. Just kind of hoping for a couple wrecks here, make up some spots.
But I
Yeah,
was kind of.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Kane. No, take it away.
Well, I was going to say, these road races definitely a challenge. You don't have to set up for them very often. And, there's just a lot to take into account with the balance of the car and everything on these road races, where you take so many different types of turns, so many, left-handers and, of course, some right-handers. But it's definitely a challenge. So I can definitely see where the frustration would come in.
Yeah, we went halfway with an old school set. I'm thinking we should have gotten more with an older style set.
Robin letting some cars by there. I was a little worried having you in here with us whenever he's having some cars around him.
It's fine. I got 2 buttons for a reason.
Right. Go ahead, JD.
Now, one thing I was going to say, John, was, you're sitting here, you got Robin in here. He's obviously, not as high up as he would want to be. How do you kind of encourage him from this point just to try to make sure he gets to finish and try to the best result he can out of the day? I know that's a big part of your job, so.
Yeah, it's just keeping him happy. We make changes, and it's, if anything, we can learn from these changes for when we come back, next year to a road course. I took a wholesale changes at it, and it's seems to have not done a thing, which is really where the aggravation sets in. No, he's really motivated. He's always happy whenever he makes it, so it's not hard to keep him in, even when something like this happens.
He truly is a great guy. I mean, we had fun covering him in the NASCAR iRacing series, and but it is, you're right. Yeah, I like what you said with learning from it. That's really something you can just kind of keep in the books and bring it out next season when you come back and really use it to your advantage. And I tell you what, man, it's just watching him get better and better, and that's due to both of you guys working together as a team. It goes a long way.
Yeah, Rob and I, we've worked with each other for a little over a year. It's road courses, I take more to blame myself. I haven't learned them as good as I should have compared to the ovals. So, I'm thinking, maybe a couple of the tire pressure adjustments may have hurt him on the front end with sliding the tires more. Where on the ovals, it would stick better and work great.
That's the way it goes, But don't look down on it too bad, because if you have to learn it, I would definitely learn those ovals. You're going to see ovals 90% of the time here in the Pro Series. So this is just 1 week out of the season, and you guys just keep your head up, and we'll look forward to seeing more out of you guys throughout the remainder of the season, buddy. We wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you. Yep. Y'all have fun up there. See if we can figure anything out.
I do appreciate you coming in. It's really awesome getting a crew chief's view on things on the track and on the race itself. iRacing has done such a fantastic job making this racing environment such an inclusive deal, where we're able to have crew chiefs to work on the car and spotters to let the drivers know what's going on. It's really made it a team effort as opposed to just one driver doing everything, and it's really it's exciting to see all the effort that goes into these pro drivers and everything that they have to do to succeed in these series. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I the big thing I really enjoy is the spotter, how they have it live now. I just remember always being a couple tenths off, so it was, whenever I'd have someone do it for me, I'd just tell them to shut up because they weren't live. And now they got it, where it's, what's actually happening in front of you is what's going on, so it makes it so much easier to call out to them, hey, this is where they're at, this is what's going on, move here.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Change, the way it's changing, and sim racing is ever evolving, and staying on top of it is really a way to progress. But man, it makes a huge difference, I'm sure, from the ways of old. Those few seconds or those few tenths make up a world of difference. And I know just from broadcasting, when Kane and me first started, we had a little bit of a delay going between us, and it really throws a monkey wrench in there.
Tell you what, JD, the Brandons are having a great time tonight. 26th, 27th, and 28th is where the Brandons are fitting in today. Brandon Bowie, 26th, Brandon Hoffman, 27th, and at 28th, Brandon Schmidt.
Wow, that's a lot of Brandons going at it, buddy. They are. They're having a great time, too.
Are they all nose to tail?
Say again there, John?
I was asking, are they all nose to tail? Are they all right in line with each other?
Two of them is. Brandon Hoffman and Brandon Schmidt are nose to tail, but Brandon Bowie's it says he's about 10 seconds up ahead of him, so it looks like he's about 10 car lengths up ahead. So Brandon Bowie's definitely got a pretty good distance between he and the other two Brandons.
That'd be a lot more fun if all three of them were, right by each other.
Yeah, fighting for position, working hard, that would definitely be intense.
I'll just get confusing to decide which Brandon's Brandon.
Yeah, that's happening.
Brandon's passing Brandon, who's trying to put pressure on Brandon.
Yeah, last Friday in our V8 Supercars series, the V8 Supercars America series that we broadcast on Friday nights, we had 5 different Michaels. It was definitely intense. Well, John, it's been great having you join us and talk with us. Let us know a little bit about the crew chief side of things on these cars. We can't wait to have you back, and thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. It's been fun. Hopefully, the race stays clean the rest of the way, although I wouldn't mind seeing a couple.
Yeah, and I think we will probably see a couple more as these last 7 laps wrap down. I think it's going to get a little bit more intense. We've definitely seen some intense battles so far, and as those laps wind down, as we've seen in many races so far, it can definitely get intense.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck on the rest of the race, John. Thanks a bunch. Back up at the front now, JD. Timu Evening, 8.7 seconds ahead of second place Nathan Wise. He's into lap traffic now, making his way around. Who is that? It looks like Andrew Fayas, the third. So, yeah, great job by Timu. Just as we kind of imagined that he would, and he really has come out here and is not disappointing. Nathan Wise is not disappointing either. This guy is having a heck of a race.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful race so far. I know we only got about 6 laps remaining now, as Timu just started lap 40. But what a race it's been. I mean, we haven't had a caution, obviously, and with this many laps, no caution. We've already been through a stop. We're on a road course. These guys are closer than I ever would have imagined.
Yeah, definitely. We're watching Corey Vincent now as he's still just a car length off of Alan Bowes right ahead of him. And what a fantastic race these guys are having. All race long, Alan Bowes has had cars surrounding him. He's been right in the thick of things all race long. And he's actually doing really well in the points. He's had a couple of really good finishes, and he just needs to take it easy and get another great finish. And he's right on par to do that.
Kevin King really going at it with Charlie Foster for 8. Now on the inside, finally the 29 decides to make a move on the inside, and Kevin King will pass Charlie Foster to take over the 8th position. Great move there. That was an awesome move there from the 29. Well, Kane, fantastic run so far. And right now, really good battle between the 66, 21, and 10. Alan Bose is still going at it. He's got some damage to the front end of the 21 now from somewhere. It must have happened when we weren't looking. And Benjamin Burmeister going to go side by side with Corey Vincent, maybe. No, he'll hold on.
Yeah, Corey's definitely putting the serious pressure there on the 66 car. He's wanting by bad. You can see that he's sniffing down there, looking for a move, but not willing to take any risks. So that's good. He's got a good finishing position. It's not worth taking any risks, but if he's got a good shot, which I think he will have, because he's got some great speed, I think we'll see him take that spot there from Benjamin Burmeister before this race is over. 4 laps to go now.
Man, just great racing. I'm excited to see who's going to finish on top out of these 3 with Benjamin Burmeister in the middle of Alan Bose and Corey Vincent behind him. Those 3 have literally been going in the entire race. And look who's right behind him, Kane. Brad Davies in the 11 car. And we'll see if Brad Davies can get up there and play a little bit with just under a handful of laps here left.
Yeah, Taylor Hurst right behind him, having a fantastic race as well. Taylor's really showed a lot of speed this series, and it's continuing on here at the road track. Kevin King right behind, of course, we've seen him having a heck of a race here today. He's battled with Casey Tucker and Charlie Foster. Now he's got ahead and just trying to chase down Taylor up ahead. Casey Tucker having a great race. He's maintained top 10 most of this race. But the main thing, these guys, I can really see it a lot in these guys, that they just want a decent finish here today. They're not trying to take a lot of chances, and it's really made for some spectacular racing. Nathan Wise coming up on a whole bunch of lap traffic now, and that's just going to increase that time between he and Timu Evening. So Timu now up to almost 11 seconds ahead of Nathan Wise. Then, of course, there's the battle back there for 4th place. Corey Vincent has made it around Benjamin Burmeister. Benjamin's not wanting to let him go, though. He's trying to stick right there with him. Back behind there, Brad Davies and Taylor Hurst. Taylor has caught up to Brandon Davies and is right on the bumper.
Oh, man. And Benjamin Burmeister is starting to fall off a little bit from this pack that he's been running in. And it looks like we're 2 to go. So 2 more laps to go as your leader, Timu Ivinen, leads the way. And he's just got 2 more laps to keep doing what he's done so well so far.
Once Corey Davis got around Benjamin Burmeister, he's taken off. He's already caught Alan Bose. Now he's to the inside. Side by side going into turn 1. He backs it off just enough so that he don't end up in an incident there with Alan Bose, but back on the throttle, right on the bumper as they go into turn 2. And up through the S's, he's not going to want to try to make a move through here.
Man, Corey Vincent in the NRC Chevy, he is really trying at anybody. He is right there on the 21.
He spent some time behind a damaged car and made a mess of his windshield.
Yeah, I just took a look at that myself, and you're absolutely right. That windshield has seen better days.
Last lap now for the 99 car of Timu Even. He's come in here and performed terrifically. And what else can you say? What a fantastic run by Timu. Of course, Nathan Wise in second, having a great race as well. Alan Bose in third. Great race there with Corey Vincent and Benjamin Burmeister. All three of those guys. Fantastic race all day long.
Oh
Woo.
man, this
Corey a
they
little
have been.
loose there. Looked like he was going to go to the inside, but pulled it back up in behind because he just lost a little traction there.
Man, unbelievable. This 99 car, the NX Chevrolet Timu Ivinen, this is going to help tremendously in the points for him. This is a huge, huge win if he holds on here. Heading down the final 2 turns for Timu Ivinen here in Week 5 of the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series. And Timu Ivinen will win here at Watkins Glen. Congratulations to Timu Ivinen.
Yeah, fantastic run, Timu. That was just fantastic.
Now, of course, we get to see that good old race. Nathan Wise coming across in second place. Just to give you a little bit of a gauge, he just crossed the finish line. That's how big of a lead our leader had.
Corey
Fantastic.
Vincent unable to get around Alan Bose for that third position, but what a fantastic race those guys did.
That was fun, wasn't it? That was fun watching those guys. They raced all race long. And Brad Davies finished right behind that pack, and so did Kevin King, and of course also Casey Tucker. So a lot of good drivers, David Rattler and Tyler Hill. Lots of big names there.
Steve Esney didn't get a whole lot of airtime today. He's in the 29th position, ahead of Kyle McCormick, his teammate there, and they're ahead of Brian Taberco, Justin Trombley, Shane Doherty, another teammate. So a lot of the PSRG guys right there, the 28th to 33rd position. They all finishing right about the same position as they make it around the race winner there.
Man, what a run by Timu Ivinen. That is just what you call a dominant performance. And he really deserved this one.
Oh, absolutely. He's had great pace all season long. He's had a great qualifying effort.
And there's the burnout, buddy. Well deserved.
Yeah, like I was saying, he qualified like 3 races out of the series so far, maybe even 4. No, it was 3 because the 4th one he didn't get onto the end of the race. But yeah, he's had a couple really good qualifying efforts and just a couple bad luck instances throughout the races. But definitely a well-deserved race. He's had one coming for a while, and to come do it on the road race and do it in such big fashion, 11 seconds, unbelievable.
Yeah, that was really impressive. He really, really deserves this race. And maybe this will give him, I know it's a road course, maybe it'll give him some confidence as they move on to the remainder of the season. And this officially marks the halfway point of the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series. It's already here, Kane, and gone. We're already on the short side of the season now. And that is amazing. That is crazy how time flies. It really just goes away.
Yeah,
But
that is true. Halfway through, I can't even believe it. It just seems like last week we were getting this thing started, and already halfway through the Pro Series.
man, that's unbelievable. Like I said, once again, no cautions, obviously, but I'm amazed with no cautions how tight this field stayed. The racing was good for every single bit of the 45 laps here at Watkins Glen. If you joined us late, you need to hit the rewind button immediately, drag that bar all the way to the left side, and you need to watch this race in its entirety. Is worth every minute of it. Really, really wonderful job from every driver out there on the track. We really had a great race. These are a bunch of oval drivers that really made themselves, they proved they can run a road course. I mean, that was unbelievable. They ran very clean, I thought, for how well the racing was. We saw a lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of battles. Uh, I mean, we saw three of the guys running those battles for the entire race pretty much with Alan Bowes and Benjamin Burmeister and then Corey Vincent there coming in. Of course, Nathan Wise was a part of that for a while, but those guys really showed out today, and they all deserve a big pat on the back, man. They performed very well today.
Yeah, can't argue that. It was just fantastic race throughout the field. There was just a couple what seemed to be small incidents there where we've seen a couple of cars with some damage, but we didn't see any big wrecks that took out 3 4 cars. These guys really came out here and they raced pretty cautiously today, and it really showed throughout the entire field that these guys showed up today with some sportsmanship in their pocket. They just wanted to finish the race as clean as possible and not ruin anyone else's day. And you could tell that the drivers had concern for the other cars around them throughout the day here. And that's what I really like to see, is when these guys come out and not only race fast but race clean.
Oh, it makes the world a difference, doesn't it? It just, look how awesome that race was. Clean racing. And that's what it's all about, man. That was fantastic. Once again, here's your top 10. Timu Ivinen wins our race today. Nathan Wise takes second. Third goes to Alan Bowes and Corey Vincent fourth. Fifth place went to Benjamin Burmeister. Brad Davies finished sixth. Seventh went to Taylor Hurst. Kevin King finished eighth. Casey Tucker ninth. And Tyler Hill rounded out. We also want to thank John Ryan for coming in and talking with us throughout the race. He did a wonderful job from the crew chief and spotter box for Robin Williams. Robin didn't have quite the day he wanted, but we know that they'll be back in action next week. And we do want to thank John again. He really appreciate him stopping by. That was really nice having him and getting the insight on the race from his point of view. That was actually fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I appreciate him coming by. That, like I say, getting that, or like you say, getting that point of view from the crew chief. That was just a nice piece of, because we usually, the crew chief is just one that we just don't hear from very often. So to be able to hear from the crew chief and hear his side of things, it was a nice change.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week we'll be coming to you from under the lights of Richmond International Raceway. Perfection, that's right, Richmond. Always extremely exciting when we head to Richmond. Really enjoyed our final race of the NASCAR Iracing season there when we finished up at Richmond. And we're going to have week 6 action of the NASCAR Iracing Pro Series from Richmond next week. You're not going to want to miss out on that action. That is going to be a lot of bumping and grinding, banging and slamming and side-by-side wheels and jamming and the whole 9 yards. I mean, rubber flying up in the air. It's just going to be an incredible race. We always love heading out to Richmond. It's incredible action here. I think it's a lot of the drivers really enjoy it there, and it is going to be no different from what we always see there. That's always one of our favorite stops on the tour, and I'm excited. So you're not going to want to miss that next week. That's going to be starting at 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central in the United States. And as always, we'll be bringing you that live on the same place you're watching us right now. So fantastic. And do what now, buddy? All right. Yeah, looks like we're going to have Casey Tucker, who's up there. Maybe we can get him in for a quick word before we head out tonight. Casey, welcome to the show, buddy. You got a copy with us?
Yeah, I got you.
Fantastic, buddy. What a run out there tonight, my man, in the Infinite Ford Fusion, and Casey Tucker started 7th on the grid today and finished in 9th. A top 10 result, buddy. Tell me about how the driving was out there on the Glen.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun than the last time we were here in the NIS series. It had a lot more grip. The setup wasn't bad. I might have been going a little conservative with it, just trying to salvage a good finish. Then I went in the pits about 6th or 7th and came out like 10th, so that wasn't really ideal either. I got in conservative and made mistakes, but you know, I'll take a top 10. That was a pretty good race. Everybody raced real clean. It was fun.
Now, I tell you what, Casey, you keep doing what you're doing, buddy, and you're going to be finding yourself in the Peak and a Free Series, buddy. Um, never too easy to start thinking about that. Is it keep crossing your mind, or are we trying to trying to keep staying focused?
Um, I mean, you think about it a little bit, but I mostly just think about the next race. Because if you get good finishes, it'll come. It's all about not going out there and trying to do something spectacular. It's just going out in every race and trying to collect decent points to make it to the Peak Series, and then go out there and try to do the same thing in that series, assuming I can make it to it. But yeah, it's uh, I wouldn't say it's completely out of my mind, but I'm trying not to think about it.
Heard that. I'm not helping, Emma.
No, you're fine. It's all right. I mean, it's obviously a factor, but you try not to think about it too much. You try to just think about the next race. What are you gonna do the next race? How are
Well,
we gonna be fast?
let's talk about the next race. We're heading to Richmond International Raceway, is what we were just talking about right before we brought you in, and it's going to be 200 laps under the lights out there at Richmond. A track that I love. It's a three-quarter mile track, very unique. What you got planned for next week? Tell me about Richmond.
Well, we ran second there in the last race, I believe, of NIS, and the
That's
car was real
right.
good. So, and that was one of the biggest strength of fields of all time on our race, and so that means pretty much that the best of the best were in there, and we managed to get a P2. Um, Hopefully, we can do something along those lines again, replicating that particular finish. Maybe one better, or at least the top five. I would imagine the set should be relatively good because it was from the same build. Um, as far as I know, anyway. So we should be fast. We're gonna, I guess, just work off of that, try to tweak it a little bit. Hopefully it's not too far off, so we won't have to do too much work. But it should be good.
Oh man, we are definitely looking forward to that, and we want to wish you the best of luck out there, Casey. As man, if you got second with that kind of strength of field, man, who says a win's not going to be a very big possibility? We'll be looking for that next week. We want to wish you the best of luck, buddy. Is there anything you want to speak up about, or anybody you want to thank before you get out of here, pal?
Infinite Creative Solutions. I'd like to thank Duval for sponsoring me with that company, and thank PSRG for helping me out with the setup all week. Kyle, Shane, Lowe, everybody for helping out. If I forgot anybody,
We
those guys
watched you
too.
guys, PSRG, all throughout the NASCAR iRacing series, and watched you guys. You guys really come through and nearly dominated that series. You guys were at the top of the scoreboards throughout the entire series, and now here, it advanced most of you guys up into the. You've got Ryan Lowe, uh, David Rattler. You guys are all up here in the top. Well, top 12. You're in 12th now after today's race. Ryan Lowe's in 8th. There was another one somewhere. Yeah, all these names are
I'll have
blending
to look.
together. Um,
That's
Ryan Lowe's
fantastic,
in
man.
8th. Casey's in 12th. David Rattler's in 14th. So
Well,
nearly.
he's not on PSRG. He's with the Premier, or not Premier. It's some other team
Oh,
now.
I thought he was
They
with you guys.
Rattler and Crabtree. They went
Oh,
their own
that's
way
right.
with a different team.
I knew that. I knew he went with Patrick. I just temporarily forgot.
So right now it's just me and Lowe in transfer spots. But I think honestly, I think Kyle and let's see, Kyle, he's in 32nd. I think he can improve on that. Obviously, Steven and Shane haven't had any luck. Shane's had bad internet, and Steven's just had bad luck and
Yeah, poor
stuff like
Steven.
that.
He,
So
last week he had a really good run, and it just luck got him. Bad luck got him,
oh
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff, eventually the bad luck will go away and the talent will shine through. And that's all he's got to do is just keep his head up and keep pushing forward. He'll be just fine. There'll be one we want to watch at Richmond too. So that'll be fun. We'll be looking for you guys to do well next week.
All right, I can't wait to see y'all again. Hopefully we'll be fast and won't have to worry about too much.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Well, best of luck for you next week, my man. Always a pleasure talking to you, Casey. You take care. We'll give you a shout next week.
All right, thank y'all.
Absolutely, buddy. That is Casey Tucker, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 28 Infinite Ford Fusion. And it's always good to talk to him, especially after a fantastic performance like that with another top 10 finish. And Kane, I tell you what, man, that's it. That's the Glen. That is what it's all about, man. Enjoyed every minute of that, and we've already got excited talking about next week's action as we head out to Richmond. You're not going to want to miss that. Guys, if you're in the mood for some road racing, you like what you saw today, check our broadcast out on Friday nights here in the U.S. at 9:15 Eastern Time, 8:15 Central, as we do the V8 Supercar Americas Series right here on the same channel, and we broadcast it on v8sonline.com, and you can also go to our YouTube channel. Just search V8s Online and like and subscribe, and you'll be able to see all our live videos that we post each week. And I tell you what, man,
Also,
if you like today, you're really going to like the V8's America Supercars, or the V8 Supercar America Series. Very similar to what we had today. Go ahead, buddy.
yeah, the V8 Supercar America series is so fantastic. It's just as intense as this. Almost the same kind of car, a heavier car, underbraked, overpowered. Get those guys out on the road courses, and those guys are just fantastic. It's bumper to bumper the entire race. They race on all different kinds of tracks. Their season finales next week at Bathurst, and it promises this week Friday at Bathurst. It promises to be a fantastic, exciting race, the entire thing, and that will be Friday at 8:15 Central, 9:15 Eastern. Also, want to let you guys know that Short Shift has got a new episode out. Short Shift is a series that our Australian partners do. They broadcast the Short Shift episode every once in a while, and they'll interview other drivers, and it's an in-person show. The guys sit down in front of the camera and give you the latest spill on iRacing and a series that are broadcast by V8's Online, and as well as some drivers. They've interviewed real world drivers and things like that. It's a great series, and you don't want to miss it. It's available there on the V8's Online YouTube channel. Just a couple videos over from this one, so make sure you watch that. It is a fantastic watch, just as all of them are. You might even go back and watch a couple of the older Short Shift shows, as they're all great to watch. Also want to remind everybody that 2 days left on the iRacing special, a full year of service for $49.
Man, that's incredible. You're not going to want to miss out on that. That's a really good deal, and you want to take advantage of that. And man, I tell you what, Kane, just another big shout out to Timu Ivinen on that performance. That was really impressive. Enjoyed watching that, and he just deserves another shout out for that performance today. It was really good to see him take the win today.
Yeah, there he is. I was going to say, I keep expecting Timu to join us, but of course I always tell everybody to go talk to the LSR guys first, because like I say, we're not the main broadcast here, and so I would like all the drivers to go talk to those guys first and make their way over here. But they got commercials and stuff, so it kind of takes a little while to get an interview over there. But his interview's done, and he's joined up with us for interview. Welcome, Timu Evening. Fantastic race tonight. We've been waiting to see you in Winner's Circle all season long. We've known that we were going to see you here, and we expected it today coming into the road race, and you didn't disappoint. 11-second victory over second place. So, what do you say? Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Kane. I'm sorry it took a while to get here. It was kind of crowded everywhere, so.
No worries, my friend. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, it's all good. I got a big smile on my face, so can't complain.
Yeah, well, you're out there running hot laps every lap. I don't think you ran a slow one out there. Tell me a little bit about preparations this week. Kind of what was your mindset going into the race here? You know, obviously it's a road course race. You have a road background. Kind of tell me, did you think about a result like this? Is that what kind of you were thinking?
Yeah, obviously I was already aiming for the dub, so it all panned out pretty nicely as I was thinking. I wasn't expecting that big of a gap in qualifying, but that's I guess kind of one of the stronger sides coming from road, um, to handle the pressure of doing road qualifying. So um, yeah, I mean,
Absolutely, buddy.
Go,
Well,
go ahead,
I
Jimmy.
I tell you what, man. When you go back to the start of the race, really right from the beginning, a big jump in action. Did you ever have any moment where you had worries from behind, or was it kind of just an open race the whole time for you?
no, luckily I had Benjamin, my teammate, starting second, so and I knew I was pace-wise quite a lot faster, so I just went flat out from the start, tried to build a gap, and then later towards the end of the stint, save the tires because they fall off. Once they fall off really bad. So I just tried to get a big jump, save the tires towards the end.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, that I mean that's fantastic. I'm really glad to see that, buddy. And I have to say it. I have to go ahead and bring it up. I did pick you in the pre-race show, so I had to throw that out there. I had to go and get that in there. I'm
Yeah,
proud of you.
all I could do was agree, because if you picked him, I couldn't. Because I also put my money down on Timu, so all I could do is agree and say, yeah, that was a good pick. So I didn't pick against Timu because I pretty much knew that this was his race coming in. Now,
Well,
Timu, all season long, you've showed great pace, great qualifying results, all pro season so far. You really have come into this pro season and on the NASCAR side, really showing some great skill on this roadside this year. And you're doing well in the points. It's looking really good for you to go through it into the peak antifreeze series this year.
Yeah, I mean, when you have support from such a good team as I am in, it's kind of hard to not uh, always be able to bring out good results because in the end it's up to each how much they practice and how much they want to dedicate their time to it. So even though it's these races are always from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., I'll go for it.
perfect, buddy. Well, I tell you what, Timu, I know we're going to let you get out of here. Just want to say one thing. I want to wish you the best of luck. I'm hoping that today's race, just getting the feel of the win under your belt, heading off next week as we head to the 3/4 mile track at Richmond. It'll just give you a little bit of that confidence there. You've already had a phenomenal season, buddy. But wish you the best of luck next week as you head out to Richmond and tackle on the second half of the NASCAR iRacing Pro Series, buddy. Congratulations again, and thanks for coming and having a chat with us.
Yeah, thank you to you guys as well for doing this. I'm
No
looking forward
problem.
to
Is there anyone
watching
else you
it
want to
tomorrow.
thank before you get out of here?
Well, obviously, last row, everyone at last row, especially PJ and Jake, for being big, really big support this week for me, and support from Inex Racing, Club Finland, vracing.se.
Awesome, buddy. Well, you have a wonderful day, my friend, and we look forward to hearing from you next week, buddy. Take care.
Take care.
Hopefully you can get a little bit of a nap before work.
It's gonna be about 25 minutes, yeah.
All right, everybody. That is Timu Ivan and everybody, driver the number 99 NX Chevy SS. Victory under his belt here at Watkins Glen. Another phenomenal performance. And we'll be keeping our eyes on him as we head out to Richmond next week. Kane, that's all from me, buddy. Anything else you want to share before we close the chapter, close the book on Watkins Glen?
No, I think that's it. Fantastic race. Timu, getting to visit with Timu after the race, that was fantastic. Timu, normally a man of few words, come in here and gave a great interview. So happy to talk with Timu after the race. Those Finnish drivers are just very skilled drivers.
Fast.
Yeah, they are. And he definitely don't disappoint. What a fantastic race here today. 11 seconds. Holy. Great job, Timu. And yeah, that's it. What a great race, JD.
And that was awesome. Enjoyed every minute of it, guys. And if you, like I said, if you came in and caught the race late, all you have to do is drag that bar to the left. Watch this one from the beginning. Unbelievable race. And obviously, you know the performance Timu had, but a lot of the action was through the other parts of the field, and we really had a killer race all the way through the top 10. Unbelievable driving. And we'll be back next week, guys. Like I said, if you want to watch a little more road action, come check out the V8 Supercar America Series. That is going to be Friday night at 9:15 Eastern Time, 8:15 Central in the U.S. And so it starts the 15 minutes after our race started tonight. So that'll help you gauge your time. And come check us out. At least check it out. If you don't watch it live, you can always check it out. Or even any of our previous weeks. They're all on our YouTube channel. Just search V8s Online, one word, and subscribe and like. And we thank you guys very much. We'll be back next week for NASCAR iRacing Pro Series action from V8s Online. I'm JD Smith, Kane Kraft with me as always. Y'all have a great night.